As you can see, we're back. It's another Sunday on the charts. I'm actually excited. I'm glad I'm in my rhythm now. Just every Sunday, I'm giving y'all some form of breakdown analysis, some form of like main trade idea. Just cause like it be feeling good like coming on the charts. Like Friday, once the market closes on Friday, usually I'm done probably by like noon or 10 a.m. at the latest. I try to stay on the charts on Friday. But once I'm done with the charts on Friday, I don't touch the charts on Saturday. Sometimes I might back test, but for the most part, I don't look at it. If I do, like I said, Saturdays usually either I'm chilling doing something, I'm away from the charts, not even thinking about it, or I'm a back test basically like the last week. But I never try to look at the charts and see or try to predict what I think the market is gonna do for the next week until I actually get on here on YouTube and actually press record for y'all. So that should make y'all feel good, like right. So it's like I literally, as soon as I press record and start sharing my screen, now I'm actually looking at the charts and actually focusing up on, okay, what's the news coming on this week? What's the market where is the market conditions at on Friday, and where can I see it going today on the charts, and just everything along those lines. So that's what we're about to get into today. Once again, shout out to everybody. I appreciate everybody that's been watching all of my videos, that's been following along with the Fun in the Academy series, that's been following, just liking and subscribing. I've been people have been liking and subscribing on the videos now, so I appreciate that. And the more y'all engage, the more I can get feedback on knowing what y'all like and what y'all don't like. But since I'm seeing that people are liking the Fun of the Academy series videos, I'm gonna keep those going. I still have a couple videos in the vault that I am gonna still be releasing every single Monday. Last Monday, yes, I know I was behind schedule. I apologize for that, but I will be making up for it this week. And last week, honestly, last Monday, even though I was late on last Monday's video, I think I dropped it on Tuesday. If you watched that video, or if you haven't watched that video, I highly recommend that you go back and watch that video. Gave away one of my favorite scalper strategies that I've used to pass the challenges. Not only that, but it's still a strategy that I use on a day-to-day basis every single day. That's helping me catch $1,000 moves, $10,000 moves, $100,000 moves, right, on the charts consistently, even with the market conditions that's going on. You might be a little bit more patient now. If you know, you know. But besides that, the setup, the strategy itself is still fire. So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and get into this video, get into this training. We're gonna go over a couple of the pairs I want to focus on this week. I think I'm gonna give y'all my analysis on US 30, and then I really don't need to do it. I guess I can do the same thing I did last time. US 30. Actually, no, we're gonna switch it up this week. This week I'm gonna give y'all US 30, and then I'm gonna give y'all Germany 40. I know the week before that I talked about how like Germany 40 really my baby for real. This is really my swing trading pair. But I feel like I don't know, or at least personally I don't see it. But I don't see a lot of people talking about excuse me, Germany 40 in the sense of just trading it. I'm talking about personal account, because obviously you can't trade on the prop firm space if you're trading with futures and stuff like that. But from a personal account standpoint, I'm gonna go over today like my analysis. And why is my voice cracking right now? One second. Like swing trading it, and then two, like how smooth the pair is. If you like trading gold, in a sense, I feel like you like trading Germany 42. So that's all I'm gonna say until we actually get into this video. And I'm gonna kind of make this. I ain't gonna make it too quick, but I do have another training I gotta get ready to do with my actual personal mentees in a few. So let me get this video out to y'all so I can get ready for my one-on-ones with them. All right. So, starting off, we're gonna start off with NAS 100, and then we're gonna work our way down to the US 30. Right. So, looking at the charts, let's come to my 15. Let's come to my 1 hour. I'm gonna delete everything. Let's get rid of the. I don't know what's been going on lately, for where I can't get rid of my MAs for some reason. But typically, what I used to do is I'll remove my MAs. But trading view over here having an update, so it's not letting me get rid of them right now. But it's cool. So as you can see, right, this is probably a lot of things that's going on in the charts right now. Let me give y'all like the overall perspective of where you probably are on the charts, or like a beginner that's on the charts right now, or just the average Joe that's trading. So let's start to the left. For the longest, NAS 100 has broken a high. So back in February, this was the highest point on NAS 100, as you guys can see here. When we scroll over here to the left, it broke that high back at the end of June. And for the longest, everybody has been waiting for the sales. Everybody has been very confused on Where is NAS 100 going, or why is it continuing to go for new highs? I'm waiting for the sales. Is this going to be? Excuse me. Is this going to be the week of the sales? Is the next week going to be the week of the sales? Right. I'm here to tell you that we are not looking for sales, or if we are, I'm not personally looking for sales on NAS 100 until I get a day chart cross. Until my day chart MA is crossed for the downtrend, that is going to be my confirmation that NAS 100 is going for the sale. Because that way I can trust a full swing back to test this key price level at 22,248, right? But until then, we are not looking for sales, but instead we're going to be looking for buy opportunities as NAS 100 continues to go for new highs and so on and so on. And to take it like a little bit further, for my people that like to think from the news standpoint, when we talk about what are major news that are getting ready to come out that could make the market take off back to the sell areas, or what can be the main moves or news that come out that make the market take off for long-term buys, right? When we think about these scenarios, this is when we come to Forest Factory. This is when we come to our Bloomberg and we identify key news that's going to make the market move. So like for this week, for example, we had no news on Monday. So Monday should probably be a chill day on the charts, and maybe a more so of a one direction type of day, right? Tuesday we have Joe's job openings, consumer confidence. Wednesday we have the advanced GDP, pending home sales, federal fund rates. Keyword, federal fund rates, FOMC statement. These are news that make the markets take off, right? So Wednesday is going to be a very powerful day on the charts. There's going to be a lot of opportunity. It's going to be a day for people to get payouts. It's going to be a day for people to pass combines. It's going to be a day for people to make withdrawals off of their personal accounts, right? Thursday, core PCE, price index, unemployment claims. And then we have Friday, as you guys already know, NFP, the non-farm employment change rates actually come out, followed by the ISM manufacturing PMI. So we got a lot of, this is really a heavy week on the charts. A heavy week on the charts, a lot of opportunity to make money, but there's also a lot of opportunity for you to potentially blow your account. So the same way I could say, oh, you're going to make a lot of money this week, the other side of it, you can lose a lot of money this week. So that's why this week is going to be very important that we're focused on following our rules, being disciplined, and staying poised on the charts so that way we don't make mistakes that's going to cost us our combines, cost us our express accounts. I don't know why it sounded like I just had an accent right there. I apologize. But I forgot where I was going with that. The accent part threw me off. But to make sure that this doesn't happen, right? Whatever your strategy is, if actually, I'm gonna just speak from the strategy I gave to y'all. So I gave y'all 2 strategies already on my YouTube channel as a whole. I gave y'all the zone breakout strategy that I gave y'all at the beginning of the year, and then I just recently gave y'all my scalper strategy. Scalper strategy is gonna be on fire this week. With the news Wednesday for sure, scalper strategy is gonna be on fire. Tuesday, it might be more so of a one-directional type of day. But Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, scalper strategy is going to be on fire. And the time frames that I gave y'all, yes, especially with volatility. It works best when there's a lot of liquidity in the market, a lot of volatility in the market. And with the news that's coming out this week, with it being NFP, that's what we're going to be looking for. So enough of me rambling. I'm sorry I've been rambling instead of getting to the point. So over here on the charts for NAS 100 specifically, since I know it's going to be a big week on the charts, a strong volatility week on the charts, this is the week where I'm looking for a retest. This is my strong pullback reach back to key levels. It's always, whenever it's NFP week, whenever there's a strong news is getting ready to come out, for some reason, this is when the markets love being at key price levels on the charts. So right here, what I'm doing right now, I'm just marking up my key price levels and key zones that are my areas of interest. Of course, this is the main support, but I'm not really looking for the sales on NAS 100. If anything, I'm looking for the same thing I told y'all last week. We're looking for, I don't even remember exactly what I told y'all, but I'm pretty sure it was along these lines. So this zone right here represents the consolidation that we was in all last week. So for me, what I really want to see is some form, it's funny, this is kind of like the sales, but for me, I want to see like a strong push, a strong momentum push on Monday to retest these mini support levels that we saw last week play as our key price levels for the pullbacks. So last week, Wednesday, wait, let me make sure I'm right. Yep, so Wednesday took off for the buys, and then what happened? It sold off, immediately pushed, and then got whipped and pulled back in for the buys. It came back to sell back to that area again, immediately whipped, It took back in and took off for the buys again. So that lets me know I don't really care about this wick per se. I care more about this one because I want to make sure that Monday, like I told y'all last week, is always a big week on the charts because it's setting the foundation. It's setting and letting us know our range that we're going to be in. We're either going to be looking for a strong sell-off to like push to show us where our low for the week is going to be, or we're going to see the market opens at opening bell. I really don't care what it does at opening bell, but we're going to see New York session tomorrow. Nas 100 takes off again for new highs and take off. And if it does that, then great, because once I get my new high, cool. Now I have my range. I have my highest point on the charts at the time, wherever that may be. And then now I know I should be looking for a retest back to this stretcher. Or until Nas shows me when it's time to consolidate again. Similar to this. Like Wednesday, took off a beautiful buys on Wednesday. And then until it showed me that it was ready to create a new higher low off of this stretcher right here. Right, this let me know that this was a new higher low stretcher right here off of this wick. Now I know I could take buys off of this support zone, right? And there's kind of like, this really can be a training for like a whole nother day. I really can do a whole and detailed video on this. Maybe I'll do it in my actual academy. Academy students, I might have that on your homepage soon, so be on the lookout for that. But there's kind of like two levels for Nas. Sometimes Nas will give you a break. It'll take off a beautiful buys, and then it'll give you a full retest all the way back down here, and then it'll take off a buys again. That's my favorite way of trading it. And that's the most typical people on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, social media. Some people say like, oh, I didn't get the retracement I wanted today. But you got to understand, Nas isn't going to always come back to this for a retest, but instead it might find a new zone level, and this becomes the new pullback area that you see on the charts before the continuation of the trend. So I'm going to say that for another video. I'm not going to do that here. Like I said, I might put that in the actual academy and say that over there for y'all. But for this week, what I am expecting, right, if it was up to me, my preference, I want to look for buys off of this zone stretcher again or this zone stretcher down here. I want to see Nas give me a strong, clear push, a strong momentum direction, so that way I can confirm my analysis as far as like what I want to look for. So like here, if on Monday it gives us a beautiful sellout during New York, it breaks this zone but fails to close under, expect a fake breakout right here and get ready to take buys off of this zone again. It's going to fake you out, and it's going to come back to this zone and take off for the buys again. Actually, I'm glad I just said that, because a perfect example of this is what happened on Tuesday. Tuesday, it sold off. Beautiful sell. This was a beautiful momentum at opening bell. 9 times out of 10, most people would have thought sales, oh, this is beautiful, strong sell right here. Bet. The next kind of said, we about to go for sales. We about to take this all the way back down here. No, while everybody was selling, me and my people in my personal mentee chat, we were looking for the buys off of this zone, anticipating that the market was giving us a fake breakout right here, a fake support levels. So even though my zone is right here, if I bring this up, technically at the time of the charts, let me show y'all. So this is all you would have saw, right? So most people, you see this sell, oh my gosh, it's breaking. I'm about to sell right here. While you're selling, I'm calling buys out of my personal mentee chat. We're taking buys right here, and we're watching Nas take off of the buys, and we're catching a beautiful 1,500 pips for the buy. We're already done for the day off of this one trade if we want to be. But if we want to look for swings, we take it back to the previous lower high candle that started the official sell move, which is this price right here. So that same scenario right here is what I want y'all to pay attention to and be on the lookout for on Monday. And I'm just telling y'all that just so y'all don't get faked out. So that's Nas 100. Boom. Either here or 4 retests down here. Regardless, I might take the sales back to this level or back to here. It just depends on how it's looking during New York. But for right now, this will be like my buy analysis that I want to look for. US 30. Oh, wait. I said I wasn't. I just realized I wasn't supposed to give y'all Nas. I think I was supposed to give y'all Nas, and I think I was supposed to give y'all US 30 and Germany 40. But it's cool. I'm going to give y'all Germany 40 because this is my other favorite pair to trade. And I'm not going to give y'all US 30 today. So Germany 40 is my favorite pair to swing trade. As you can see, this isn't, as of right now, we're not really in a trending market. We're in a sideways market, so I haven't really been able to swing trade it how I want to. My swing trades are more so like this type of move from here. Like I'll take trades all the way from down here all the way up to here. Or if I was really feeling the move, I would have took it all the way back to this high. These are my type of entries. Or sales right here. And actually, I'm pretty sure in that scalper strategy video, I released my specific MAs that I use. So you can set the same MA parameters, and all you got to do is focus on the 4 hour. Whenever that 4-hour MA is crossed, that's already letting you know what the direction change is about to be. So all you gotta do is focus on that direction change and just start trading in the trend of the direction and wait for your confirmations. Yes, I have an actual strategy that I use for that, but join my academy. No shameless plug right there. Join my academy if you want to actually know, like, literally my bread and butter of how I trade the swing trades on that. But Germany 40, as of right now, I'm gonna give you my basic simple analysis just on what I'm looking for this week. So as you can see, it's pretty simple. Right, we've been in the sideways market. This week I am expecting breakouts. But as of right now, we're in a sideways market, right? Excuse me. I need some water for sure. When it came to this support level, it gave us a zone. It let us know that this was support. It took off for highs. Cool. It let me know that this was resistance. It took off for sales. Boom. It let me know that it came back to support. It took off for buys. Simple as that. It's very simple. You can trust the price action on it. Does it follow any of the pairs? It follows US 30. I would say it can help lead US 30 as well if you guys want to use like a pair to correlate during New York session. But I predominantly really trade this during London, and in New York you can trade during New York, but London session is really where I thrive at trading it, and obviously it makes sense. It's the Germany 40 pair, right? So this week though, right? Technically, if I wasn't worried about it in consolidation or a huge sideways market, right? I ain't gonna say consolidation because, like I said, I'm on a 4-hour right now. This is what it looked like on a 1. This is what it looked like on a 15. This is what it looked like on a 5-minute. So what I was telling you, I'm like, it moves similar to gold as far as like when it comes down to trading it during London, like that volatility that's there, that smooth, clean direction push that's there. Like you can see right here. So this was Wednesday. You see that Germany 40 is selling back inside the zone. Once it closes back under this zone, this is an indication that we know that we could take sales. And then if you're using the MAs that I gave y'all already, you already know that you can trust the MA cross during London session and just wait for the price to actually close back inside the zone. So imagine you took a sell right here on Germany 40. Look how far this candlestick push. Boom. You deep in profit. Boom. The next candlestick push. Deep in profit. It pulls back. Great. You're not tripping. Boom. That's kind of like it continues to go deep in profit. And when I get ready to show y'all this, the pip count, look. So from here to here, this is already, well, from actually I don't even gotta do that. Y'all see it though. So this is already 1,700 pips. So from this candlestick, you're already up 400 pips. From the second candlestick, you're already up 1,000 pips. For some people, 1,000 pips is all they want to catch for the day, and they're good, right? That's all you really need. 1,200 to 1,000 pips is all you really need on Germany 40. Now, me personally, I swing trade. So setups for me, as you can see, the trade really pushed for 3,000 pips before it started giving you the pullback. Yes, I have indicators that let me know for when I want to go for longer moves versus when I don't. The most simplest one I'm gonna give you off for right now is if you're trusting the 4-hour, if you're using a 4-hour time frame, the higher the time frame, the bigger the move. If we already identified that we were in the sideways market, then we know we can anticipate the move. If I'm entering the sell up here, I'm holding my trade to see if I can take it back to the bottom of this zone right here, aka the previous support structure, right? And it's just as simple as that. Now, I kind of gave y'all Dana just gave y'all a strategy. I already gave y'all this strategy anyway, but now I'm showing y'all how to use that them same MA crosses on a higher time frame. Go back and back test it yourself and see like how you like it. Like go ahead, look back in history, and you're gonna see like, dang, like this pair is really like that for real, right? So as I look for what I'm looking for now for this week or even for tonight, preference based off of where we at. It took off for buys on Friday. So it's one or two things. I want to see the highs touched again this week. And then once we get up in this level, if it doesn't like go with momentum, take off for new highs, same scenario. We're going to look for sales. And then vice versa. If tonight during London, it decides to pull back and comes back down to this stretcher, and then you already know what I'm looking for. I'm looking for buys off of this stretcher right here, back to the highs. All right. So I'm going to leave y'all with these two. Germany 40 is going to be on fire this week. Excuse me. Whew, I don't know what's going on with me today. Germany 40 is going to be on fire this week. Nas 100, I already gave y'all my analysis for that. All right, so there you have it, man. Like, this is going to be a fire week. Like, it's going to be so many opportunities. I want you guys to, like, focus on being patient this week, not forcing setups, letting the moves come to you. Last week, I think it was, like, one day where I was in a little drawdown before I moved. Actually played. I think it was a US 30 trade on Monday. I entered a little bit early. I was in drawdown a little bit. for about a good like 15 minutes, and then the market played out how I wanted to do. But then I be thinking about, I'm like, dang, for people that don't have capital, how I have capital to trade with, I'm like, if you're not being disciplined, that would have been a trade that somebody would have lost his stop loss on. So as we go into NFP week, I want y'all to focus on trusting your analysis if you already got a proven strategy, and just focus on being patient and letting the setups come to you. If you're not experienced, honestly, don't even trade on Monday. Like if you don't know how to trade Mondays, or you feel like Mondays is always bad for you, don't even touch Monday. You don't gotta worry about it, because if you look at the chart, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday is about to be on fire. So it's really not going. Monday is really a day that I'm like, even I could be like, yeah, I'm gonna chill on Monday. I ain't even gotta do too much. I'm relaxing. I'm gonna let the markets do its thing on Monday, and then Tuesday we gonna come ready to play. So I'm gonna leave y'all with that. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like for your boy. Subscribe if you're new here, and then of course, if you haven't watched the last video for the Funded Academy series, where I gave y'all with my scalper strategy, go get the sauce for those parameters that you need to set for your MAs, and then that way you would know how to like trade Germany 40 on a 4-hour time frame when we talk about swing trade opportunities. And maybe later on I'll do like a full video on Germany 40 for real. Just let me know. Let me know in the comments, and I might I might get that to y'all, because that's my favorite. That's one of my favorite pairs to trade. It's so simple. Like honestly, any beginner trader, I think I might have my cousins. My cousin about to get ready to learn how to trade. I'm about to say join. My little cousin's finally about to start learning how to trade. I think I'm gonna make that the pair I'm gonna make them focus on, just because it's so smooth and you ain't even gotta do too much with it. So, all right, enough of me rambling. I'm gonna end this video here. I'll see y'all tomorrow with the new Funded Academy series video that I'm releasing to the public. And yeah, catch y'all in the next one. Peace out.